GM, we're live. We are live despite the Dolphins doing everything they could to sabotage us last evening. Chris, good morning. Chad A. Chris, good morning to you. I hope you're having a great one. I hope the advance rate gods were kind to you. It seems like maybe they were. Hope you're having a good one today. Likewise, Night Fiend 47. GM, how's everyone today? We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Last night did not run out well on all fronts. On all fronts, truly, but we will get to that. But hope you're having a good one. Joel, GM, Joel, appreciate you. Hope you're having a great morning. Likewise, Stephen WC. Hope you're having a good one today. I guess we'll start. We'll start with the good, the bad, and the ugly, and especially the ugly. We only got one BBM team through. We were very live to get two. Had a team with 178 bite the dust, which was a big bummer. It was essentially a 1v1 kind of between DK Metcalf and Jalen Waddle. And you just knew it wasn't going to get home. DK Metcalf just absolutely embarrassing the Dolphins defense. Just some of the worst pass defending. Like the announcers are like, oh, the defensive back, he almost got there. It's like he could have also just like lit up Metcalf instead, goes for the glory. Then nobody could tackle him. Now, granted, DK Metcalf is officially a GAM. However, there's no excuse. Like you're also the Dolphin secondary is not made up of toddlers. Like they should not have been able to score from the 12 with how many of the Dolphin secondary was surrounding him and just bouncing off of him. That sucked. And then Jalen Waddle, just no interest in doing absolutely anything. Turned into a Waller game. The team died. So, we ran pretty bad, losing a 178 team. We've only got one left, but I got more to say on that game. Let me roll through chat. Hey, Mike Rob, GM to you. Chad, good morning. Hope you're having a great one, Mike. Hope it is going better. Yeah, actually on time, GM. Picking an 8:30 start time was a choice. I will say it's tough for me to even make my own show. So my goodness, I appreciate all of you. But yes, I did make it on time today. Greg says, GM gang, hope had a few. Yeah, what a weird weekend. What a weird weekend. So, players like T-Law are going to be way overrepresented in the coming rounds. And that includes my one surviving team, which is a Trevor Lawrence team that survived. Hartman, GM to you. Hope you're having a great morning. Likewise, Mathology. Good morning, Chad. Hey, Mathology. Hope you're having a great one today. Appreciate you coming by. So we've got 3 QB team. Kyler's gone. So we got T-Law and Aaron Rodgers. So that's interesting. Aaron Rodgers and this team is paired with Metcalf. So we are now rooting for what did us in there. The good news for me is they're playing the Lions. So if we're ever going to get an Aaron Rodgers spike game in the Dome against the Lions, there's worse random quarterbacks that didn't, not high advance rate guys to get through. So I don't mind this. That's kind of fun. The Jags playing the Broncos is going to be kind of tough. So this is a T-Law Strange team. Tight ends have done decently, I feel like, against the Broncos, so that's not dead. So kind of fun to have a little Strange T-Law thing, getting there differently. But this team really, I feel like it's going to have to be an Aaron Rodgers eruption to get through the 16-person pod. Really thin running back room. CMC, DeAndre Swift, Ramondre. We're just going to need to have that CMC nuke game, and hopefully one of these two scores is enough. Beyond that, very healthy wide receiver room, but not a very good one. A.J. Brown, they've been, really trying to keep him happy, which we need. We mentioned Metcalf. Debo, Pittman, Rashid Shaheed, Darius Slayton, 2 spike week guys. My God, we need that. We need that this week. So hopefully we can get something from them. And then, McBride, Strange, Firemouth, kind of a fun tight end room. I've seen worse teams advance. At least again, Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf. It's ever going to happen. It's versus the Lions. So this is our horse. This is what we got going into battle. Last year I had 5 teams in the semis. None made it to the finals. This year I only have 1. Hopefully it's a quality over quantity, but we'll see. Night Fiend says the teams I advanced might make it through died, and the one I thought would that's the way she goes. Yeah, my team that scored 20 plus more points than this died, and it was a pretty good team, I thought. Jake Vinegar, GM to you. Hope you're having a great one. Appreciate you coming by. Greg says no one wanted to tackle in the cold. Got to practice in the cold. Yeah, I mean they made this whole big deal that they went out and they played in the snow together, and it was like a whole bonding experience. And then they had no interest in. I can't fault the defense too much. I feel like in the first half they were flying around, but the offense just couldn't stay on the field. I actually feel like this wasn't the defense's fault, other than that one play. But by then it felt like they were kind of starting to pack in the tent. But I'd be frustrated playing for that team too. Terrence Waddle watching on the sideline, not caring, makes me feel warm and fuzzy for. Yeah, Waddle got injured and he stayed on the field, but it was like you could tell he just it was probably one of those oh, this isn't bad enough to get off, so I guess I gotta go through the motions. I mean, what a bummer. Got a Ross GM2. Hey, you're still alive in the eliminator, or am I wrong? I don't know. Let us know, Gunnar Ross. You are you and Purple Yosh. I feel good to know two people still alive in the elim. So I love that, Gunnar Ross. Best of luck. I think you survived, but I hope I didn't make that. I am. All right, awesome. Awesome, Gunnar Ross. We are definitely gonna be pulling for you. Yes, go easy cards. We need week 16 pod luck. We definitely do. I am with you there. Good morning, go easy cards. Hope you're having a great one. Yeah, Steven, we were wondering, but that's awesome. Gunnar Ross is still kicking. True or false, Troy Aikman had Dolphins under and was dying with this. I think Troy Aikman was just checked out. I mean, he was complaining about Achan's name pronunciation, which is really funny. He's oh, I wish it was pronounced the other way. It's well, it's not, man. It's a name. He doesn't you don't really get to pick it. That would be this being Chan Kandal. Oh, I wish you were Chan Kandales. It's well, that's not how you say candles, buddy. Terrence, Miami defense came to play. Yeah, I thought they did too. Crutches said waffle. Yeah, well, Crutches had a little bit better run good with his Crutches. You're getting 3 teams through, as far as I saw, by 1 yard. That's awesome. I needed I think I needed 4 more points for him to hit my lineup and get through, something like that. Maybe it was 5 or 6, but I think by the end it was really a touchdown was my only path. But I'm glad to see you got 3-2. I saw you posted some possible 5-5-5 stuff. My 3-5-5 teams, no one finished better than 6th place. It was a bloodbath over on DK for me. All right, awesome. Gunnar Ross. Congrats, Gunnar Ross. Let's go easy cards. Yeah, we don't want to see Gunnar Ross Yosh. Those are our favorites. Those are our favorites. Troy Aikman won. Yeah, I would take that too. I would take Troy Aikman and or Phillip Rivers over what we're getting from Tua at this point. Lost Mahomes, but Nick's been crushing. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough to lose a QB on an elim, but that Jags game, I mean, it could be sneaky fun. It could be sneaky fun. I mean, I thought they were gonna completely shut down the Jets, but even Brady Cook kind of was able to move the ball to some extent. I mean, it was a weird game, so I don't think you read too much into that, but I don't think the matchup is anything to be scared of this week. These pods can be interesting. I have a team scoring 180 and not make it, and 140. I mean, that's just pod luck. That's just pod luck. I've had last year I had good pod luck. This year I had bad pod luck. That stinks. Go easy cards. I'm waiting $300 advancement pay, and Gunnar Ross waiting for his 30K. There's levels to this go easy cards. But yeah, one of the good ones getting through in the 2 of the good ones getting through truly in the elim. So love to see that. Yeah, you can go with Candales if you want. Yeah, exactly. Did Yosh make it? Yes, he did. Purple Yosh got there. The garbage time, it was crazy. Yeah, a lot of garbage time. I lost my BBM team, but I did get a little Dalmatian too with Waller. So that's really what it's all about, people. That's really why we're here. Love to see that. Let me just do a mini Dolphins rant. I cannot believe how lackadaisical that team was when I know they're down 3 scores, but there were 12 minutes left. And they were just walking to the line, taking the full play call. I know Aikman was harping on it, and he was right. It was just weird. And if there's ever been a reason to fire McDaniel, it's for that. It was despicable. I mean, it truly was. They just packed it in, and then And then they like onside kick and go for 2. Like it's like, well, why are you now trying? Like you weren't trying before. It doesn't make any sense. I think that was absolutely. It's hard enough to root for the Dolphins, but I think to me that would be the last straw for McDaniel. Just completely folding in the tent and running out the clock with almost a full quarter to go in a game that wasn't, it's not like Pittsburgh was some offensive juggernaut. Like you could get the ball back, and anyway, that was awful. It was awful. Yost had to avoid 18 points from A-Chain. Yeah, A-Chain, I think if you get a A-Chain team through, that's got to feel pretty good, especially with the, I know Tampa's a little hit or miss with it, but that game could be kind of fun. Week 17. I think he's going to have to be kind of low advance rate, I imagine. He did get some stuff in garbage time, so I don't think his score was awful, but he didn't like nuke by any means. Hey, Mercs Cards, GM to you. Hope you're having a great one. Crutches says Dolphins going to come through as low-owned hammer versus Cincinnati and Tampa Bay for my 5. Hey, I hope so. That'd be pretty sick, man. Best of luck. Glad you got through. Yeah, my DK situation. I got 2 out of 50 teams through on DK into the semis. It's an absolute nightmare. Last year I had 12 Millie Maker teams in DK advance, and this year I had 0. So there you go. Absolute nightmare scenes. Pretty embarrassing from the fish. Bad luck. I agree. Fire 2. The Tua contract is bad, guys. The Tua contract is absolutely abominable. It's just another multi-year disaster for the Dolphins. Greg says, right when McDaniel looked like he was turning around, loses the team again. It was just weird. I was kind of like in the camp, like, okay, maybe McDaniel's figuring this out. No, they just gave up with a lot of time. I wouldn't be complaining if they did this with like 6 minutes left, but it was like almost at the start of the fourth quarter. Tua feels like Drew Brees Drew Brees is a bit of a sore subject for me because I'm old enough to remember when the Dolphins were going to sign Drew Brees and sign Dante Culpepper instead. And then Drew Brees won the Super Bowl with the Saints. But so I would even take a late stage Drew Brees over what we've got. Nicholas Joseph, GM Chad, GM all. Hey, Nicholas, GM to you. Hope you're having a great one today. Let me hop into something because we can chat and we can do a BR here as well. I'll hop into a main BR. I haven't done a ton of these, but again, I don't want to. Waiting for 3 if anyone wants to hop in. I have not done an absolute ton of these, so we'll work it out together. Again, don't expect a ton of slate specific takes just yet, or the board. We'll figure it out together, but I think it'll be fun to rock a few of these. Yeah, he would have scored 18. Yeah, all he has to do is make his name sound cooler, and the Dolphins are winning. Tua was at a loss for words in the presser. He knows it's over. Doesn't have the offense on his side. Yeah, I just don't even know what you do at this point. I don't even know. Crutches, I'm with you, man. For 1 of 34 DK mains and 1 of 555, all below expectation. Yeah, it's been a brutal run out. Bricked everything on every set except BBM, slightly above average. Yeah. Three semis teams is a nice spot to be in. Again, I don't hate the team that I have that advanced. I wish I had more running backs than just CMC, Swift, and Ramondre. That feels a little thin, especially with Travion clearly coming on. But I can't complain. I've got some probably clean-ish outs, but we'll see. We'll see what the pod brings to us. Oh God, yeah, Nick Saban. That was. Don't even get me started, Hartman. Nathan, I think McDaniel's a good coach, but tying yourself to a specific way Tua needs to play was a mistake. The same reason Shanny moved on for Garoppolo. Yeah, that was a criticism of him last year, where when Tua went down, he had no other plan. Like he just couldn't run an offense without Tua. And now it's like Tua can't even run the specific offense. I mean, again, we lost Tyreek Hill, so things, but yeah, this season stinks. What do we got here? We got myself at the 1. We got a No Badger at the 2. We got Mr. Worth at the 3. Don't recognize anyone else, but if you're in here, let me know. 2 and Russ Wilson, the Spider-Man meme. Yeah, can't you just see Tua throwing it like over the back of the end zone on 4th and goal? Like I agree. Greg agrees. I see the comparison. All right. Speaking of Dolphins, though, I think I will just stick with A-Chain at the 101. Week 16, they're not going to completely abandon ship yet. I don't think we have to worry about starters not playing, et cetera, et cetera. That's more of a week 17, 18 problem. So we'll rock A-Chain at the 1. But certainly I think if it was single entry, you could consider one of these other guys, Gibbs or Bijan there if you prefer. I don't know that I think A-Chain is head and shoulders better, but we will start with that. I know I'm getting old because I could not connect that level of cheesiness into Wilson was always a cheese ball. I could see Tua just having a cheese ball arc, like morphing into that. Who has a stronger throwing arm, 44-year-old Rivers or Tua? It's close. It's close. I think it's still Tua, but it's not great. Crutcher says, it's funny, I've never had more than one semi-BBM team, so running slightly above average feels like Christmas. Yeah. Positive vibes only. Absolutely. You get like a normal run out of luck after some terrible luck, and you're like, I'm the luckiest man on the planet. So, yeah, not bad there. Not bad getting 3. I think Liam ended up getting 3. I think he had a little bit of run bad last night. I think he was expecting to get 5 with the hopes of like 6. I didn't see where Herzig or Shady Advice ended up. I know those two were advancing quite a few teams, but yeah. Rivers looks like he's throwing a shot put, whole body going into those rainbow balls. Yeah. I do wonder who gives you the better chance to win, 44-year-old Phillip Rivers or Riley Leonard, and I guess the team has just decided it's Phillip Rivers. All right, so we got A-Chain. What do we want to do here? I think the problem with Michael Wilson is if MHJ comes back and they relegate Michael Wilson to his old job, this is kind of a disaster. But we'll assume they don't, or we'll say that this heel injury is real. We'll take Bucky against Carolina. So we'll go A-Chain, Bucky, Michael Wilson. Speaking of Michael Wilson, they priced Brissett at 5,300 on DK, and he's just going to be like 90% owned, and he probably should be. I don't understand it. Brissett against the Falcons. Like, what is going on over there? I don't know. I have not had a very good DK year, but that one seems obvious. Yeah, Merck's Cards agrees on Rivers insect friction. Hey, GMTU, are you in here? Yeah, all right, there you are. You are at the you're at the 5 hole. So you got Cook, Amon-Ra so far. Nice little start there. Display is on. Oh my god. I apologize. Thank you, RM Covers. You guys just had to take my word for what was going on here. Dear God. Well, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, sorry about that. We got A-Chain, Michael Wilson, Bucky Irving, Mr. Worth got Bijan Allen, and JMO. Insect friction with Cook, Amon-Ra, Javante, and Lad. I apologize, y'all. I messed that up. I did not click the button back over. All right, so I got A-Chain, Bucky, Michael Wilson. I'm kind of interested in Rashee Rice against Tennessee. I feel like that's not too bad. And then I think I'm fanning over Gadsden this week. Let's look at the tight end options. Waller definitely is live to be clicked on. The tight end flow chart makes sense, and Waller was kind of a smash. But I don't know if I really want A-Chain and Waller on the main BR together. That feels slightly light. Juwan Johnson, Fergie, even Schultz. I feel like this seems like a deep tight end week, and we had this Bobo Baggins take McBride and Bowers. So even with 2 elite tight ends going off the board, I think you got there's a lot in play here in the tight end slate. So my initial take here is that this is a pretty deep tight end slate. Do I think you can click Minshew against Tennessee? I don't see why not. I think he's going to be fairly low owned, and we know he's willing to sling it. I think I'm going to lean Brissett, assuming he comes to me. The McBride drafter is live to take him, so this could be a Minshew team. Stay tuned. Hurts got 6 in BBM. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's pretty darn good. He's got a finals team every year so far, so my God. I think the culture committed to the bit. Yeah, it feels a little like that, right? Is there a point in bringing MHJ back? I don't know. All right, so Brissett just went. So I told you I would. Told you I'd be willing to take. I told you I'd be willing to take Minshew. So we'll see. Maybe let's look at our options. Dak went. You could definitely do an unstacked Knicks. I don't think that would be terrible. You could take one of these random QBs with rushing upside like Dart or McCarthy, but I don't think. I think I'd rather just take the probably very low owned Gardner Minshew, ADP of 36. You could also stack Baker and Bucky, but yeah, that feels a little light. Let's just do Gardner Minshew. Say Minshew Mania returns. You like all these negative point totals from kneel down, so we know he has some experience winning games, kneeling the ball out. We like to see that. Yeah, sorry, Math, about that earlier. Heel injury notwithstanding, dude had an organ removed. Yeah, the appendix. The old appendix. Yeah, sorry. Merck's cards. Minshew Rice could be kind of nice. Let's hope so, because we have a Minshew team. We've got a Minshew team. Let's see. J-Dubs, what'd you do? Bijan, Josh Allen, Javonte, Hampton, Kincaid, and Olave. Nice team there. Hopefully Kincaid gets a little more work and it's not the Dawson Knox show. And our friend Insect Friction. Cook, Amon-Ra, Javonte, Vlad, Gadsden, and Dakota Prescott. So he does the Javonte Dak thing there. So not too bad. Not too bad. All right, let's fire up another one. Let's fire up another main BR. Hopefully we all right, I'm gonna have to do it on my phone. Gotta do it on the phone. I don't know why it keeps thinking we're in developer mode. We are not. All right, 4 more. If anyone wants to get in, you can get in that. Mike Robb says, so far survived the final 3 in the Deposit Kingdom Guillotine League and have only been the one projected to get cut before week 16 my last 6 weeks. Hey, last year I got 3rd in the Deposit Kingdom, and I think I lost this week by like 50. It was I had the same kind of thing where I just had amazing run good and then my luck ran out. This year I got chopped week 8 or 9 or something. I didn't make it super far, but yeah, best of luck in that. It's fun. It's nice of Pete to run that because I think he's doing some prizes for people this year, which is pretty cool. So good luck there, Mike. Sladen, morning chat. Hey, good morning to you, Sladen. Hope you're having a great day. Go AZ Cards. I feel like my advancing team saw their ceiling week 50. No, man, you're just running hot. You're running hot. Like somebody's going to win the sprint, right? And that sprint team has to have 3 big weeks in a row. Why not? Why can't that happen for you in BBM? Joel says, just me or the underdog projection on Javonte kind of crazy. What is it? 14.9. It feels I don't know about crazy. I think the issue here is they have no other option at running back. They just keep getting him the ball, and it's a good offense. Yeah, I mean the Chargers not the greatest matchup, but not awful. It feels a touch. It feels perhaps. Oh, you're right, Joel. His projection is 17. 14.9 is his ADP. Well, I think if his projection was 14.9, I would agree. Yeah, 17 feels high. My God. I was like, yeah, 14.9, that seems reasonable. It seems a little hot. That seems like it might be coming in slightly high. That said, I mean, is there a little bit of a tier break to where I'm not super fussed about it? I do think I prefer him to Chase Brown, especially with P. Ryan getting so much work. Hampton's in a split. I like Etienne. Matchup's not great, but the workload has been. So I don't know. I thought Pete's prize was for ship chasing one, only entered to beat Mathology because he took my world's first slow draft. I thought there were prizes for the Deposit Kingdom one. Now I hope I'm not making that up. I don't want to be given fake news. Oh, P. Ryan got hurt? I missed this. Well, then that makes me like Chase Brown a lot. I need to look at that. Apologize. Again, I've been so like sweaty over the portfolio stuff. I haven't looked as much into this slate. Drinking Bleach, GMGMA. Hope you're having a great one, Drinking Bleach. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out today. By the way, it's been 25 minutes and I have not asked if you can drop a like, drop a sub. That helps a ton. We're trying to get to 400 subs. I'll even do the timestamps for the people. Intro and portfolio review, and we'll say BR1. All right, we'll get the timestamps going. BR2. We've got timestamps. So we got Bijan at the 101. So we had A-Chain fell all the way to 3. So I guess we were, there are people willing to mix and match that a little bit. Trey McBride, man, this is coming in hot for McBride in the first round, but I don't. What do we want to do? We'll play this a little chalky. This is our only very early in doing these BRs. I'm definitely sympathetic to doing something like Nico Lamb or Nico McBride. I like Nico quite a bit against the Raiders. That team is not good. Woody Marks got hurt, so I do see a world where they need to pass a little more. We could see the pass turn into kind of an extension of the run situation. They were inside the 5, and Nico got the touchdown. So I definitely could see some of those short yardage things maybe converting to short high percentage passes. We've seen that happen with a few teams when their running game falls apart. Like they were trotting out like Jawar Jordan out there, practice squad legend. So I don't know. I do like Nico this week. I think he might be a target of mine, just kind of thinking through early on. Sladen says if Javonte is RB6, it's a three wide receiver week. Absolutely could be. Mathology says good luck to Mike Robb. Yeah, I agree. Best of luck, Mike Robb. And Terrence is smashing Evans and Metcalf. Where's Metcalf going? Yeah, 32. So that's getting deep. That's getting into not taking every time territory. But I like that, Terrence, because I need Metcalf for my surviving PBM team. So hopefully that's right. Let me pull the board up so people can see what's going on. This team opened McBride Cook. Again, I think there's a lot of late tight end scrolls. I don't think that means like don't take McBride, but maybe it's like you either take McBride or you wait till the very end. That might be what we do. Again, these are just my thoughts off the rip as I start getting into the slate. We're gonna have Saturday games. Saturday games start this week. Let's see, who do we have Saturday? We've got Eagles, Commanders, and then Packers, Bears is the late game. All right, so we got McBride and Cook. Hampton just went. Let's do the Chase Brown. Do we go to Ladd or do we go to Rice? Again, man, I don't know what to expect out of this eliminated Kansas City team. But I think I'm pretty into this Rashee Rice against the Titans thing. The Titans are actually not that bad of a run defense. They just are down so much that teams run a lot at the end of games. I think you beat them through the air. And I think Minshew might be able to support, one receiver, and that could be Rashee Rice. So we'll go back to that well. All right, let's see. Crutches says, man, feels good seeing A-Chain, Bijan 1 and 2 and BR and having both in my 5-5-5. Yeah, that is a bit of a vote of confidence there. Well, last week, I needed a lot of DK Metcalf, and he was the 1.1. And, we weren't necessarily 100% accurate. Gibbs was the 1.2. He bricked. But hopefully this week the market is a little more on. Figured A-Chain would be the 101 in the matchup, but hadn't looked. Yeah. And you're right. Late August drafts, people were scared. He had that like minor ankle injury, if I'm not mistaken, and so you could get him slipping into the second, early third, even. It wasn't a super long window, but there was a time when people were just like, some people I think just had him off their board at peak FUD. Oh, it's the calf. Okay, calf, and people thought of CMC. There you go. Feels like 1,000 years ago, but yeah, I do remember when you were able to get him much later than in the early rooms. All right, so there goes Waller at the 5-5. I think we'll take Brissett. You guys don't need to watch another Minshew team. And then what are we doing? You know what, Terrence? I'll listen to you, and I need DK Metcalf. We're gonna manifest this. We'll do Metcalf. Not gonna be taken every time. There's some good wide receiver scrolls for sure. I mean, Dewey Martingale, Justin Jefferson, him going undrafted feels crazy, but I think that might be the world we're in now. If T. Higgins clears concussion protocol, Jacoby Myers, if he, escapes the Surtain treatment, although didn't he get, I can't remember if he got hurt. I got to look into that. Certainly the target volume's been nice. And then some random ancillary pieces. Jaden Higgins might be a little thin, but yeah, he only had one target last week. That's not great. Okay, so maybe it does get pretty thin pretty fast down here. AD Mitchell all the way in the depths against the Saints. I don't know. You could do worse than some kind of crazy stuff there. I don't really think I want much attached to Brady Cook, and I think he's going to get the start this week, but just kind of looking at some deep scrolls. All right, so this team ends up being Trey McBride, Cook, Chase Brown, Rashee Rice, Jacoby Brissett, DK Metcalf, Mr. Worth. He goes Jamar Chase, Josh Allen, Javonte, Travis Etienne, Jalen Waddle for some reason. Sorry, I'm just so sour on Jalen Waddle. I don't think he's a bad click. And Dalton Schultz. Methodology, BTJ top 10 in utilization week 15. Tough matchup. You were calling out BTJ, if I'm not mistaken, as a click, and I think you were definitely right on that Methodology. So I like that. I think if you have a team with BTJ, that's kind of fun. Again, yeah, this is probably gonna be a tough week, but could be could be a low-owned piece that we could see spike, possibly week 17 there. All right, so what are people thinking? A goal line stance might be tough. I don't know if I even really want to do goal line stand. It's going to be super thin. I don't know. Do people want BRs or playoff best balls? I'll run a BR now, but if people want a playoff best ball, I'll do one. I'll do one after. So let me get in on my phone again because of developer mode. And it snap failed. Apologies if you were trying to get in this one. All right, so we've got MG Chaos in this room and two No Badgers, Soy M Caliente, NF42. My God. So we've got some, we'll see. Maybe Buster's Boys was supposed to be in here, or you never know. We got two No Badgers is all we'll say. Methodology says, I was in on it. Etienne stole my lunch money. Yeah. Etienne, that was a big whiff for me in best ball. I was in on Tootin and Bigsby. I was like, Etienne stinks. One of those two is going to win this job. They did not win the job. When's the little mitten? I have not done the little mitten. The regular mitten is not moving. Oh no. Well, again, I don't do the gauntlets just because I think it's I think it's just rough on the bankroll, and I don't consider myself an expert in playoff best ball. I kind of like them for fun. I like building the teams on stream and running different combos, and I don't think at $25 a pop that's really a great use of resources. But definitely fun. Really big prize. Really big top-heavy contest. Which for playoff best ball, I don't think is the end of the world. I mean, you're trying to spike the nuts, and you should be rewarded for so doing. All right. And to be clear, I don't really consider myself an expert in anything, but I don't think I'm good enough at playoff best ball to justify the $25 one person advancing price point. That can get away from you real quick. Whereas the mittens, they're a little more fun, a little more friendly. All right, so we got Bijan, A-Chain, Jamar Chase, Trey McBride. So we will, man, if we could somehow get Gibbs at the 6, that would be pretty sick, but we'll see. Assuming Gibbs goes, I think it's just Amon-Ra. We could game stack it. Again, I know we just took Metcalf, but we could think ahead and do that. Do we want, you know what, let's live our truth on this Nico thing. I mean, Josh Allen against Cleveland is fine. I just don't think they're going to need Josh Allen to do the Josh Allen nuke stuff. Does that mean maybe it's James Cook week and we shouldn't ignore that sort of by extension? Yeah, let's just grab Cook here. Let's go Amon-Ra Cook. This could just be Cook week. Does BTJ or Jacoby get the Surtain treatment? I would assume BTJ. I'm not like the most hand in the dirt here, but that would be my assumption. I'm definitely open to someone else answering that. But yeah, Captain James, good morning. Hope you have a good one today. Appreciate you coming by. Lou Dog video GM chat. Hey, GM to you, Lou Dog. Hope you're having a great day yourself here. Slayton says, I was one of 20 that won the final Little Mitten returns. I wouldn't consider myself an expert at all. Yeah. I think you got. I think one of these things in these contests is you kind of got to know your strengths, and with 2 years of doing playoff best ball, I don't know if it's my forte, but I do like doing it, and I think it's I don't know. Again, last year had a little bit of run bad. We had the Super Bowl right on a few teams and just like didn't survive. But maybe that's part of it, is you got to figure out how to get those, it's one thing to know what the Super Bowl is. It's another team that can build a team to survive getting there. And those, the contest rewards both. Strange day, Captain James says, crutches for my 555, not biased. Well, again, the vibes are high, crutches. The vibes are high. Slated, at least this year we have a pretty clear idea who the playoff teams will be. Yeah, it's really the only question is the AFC North, right? It's either Ravens or Steelers. Otherwise, it seems pretty set. Mike Evans, T6 in utilization week 15. Yeah, Mike Evans came back and just didn't skip a beat there. I don't mind the Evans stuff at all. Thomas Awad, GM. Hey, GM to you. Hope you're having a great one. Slayton says you needed the Commies God run to get the pieces there. Yep. And that was why I had a big week 15 last year, is because I was very high on Daniels McLaurin. I had a lot of Daniels McLaurin stuff, and I didn't have any equivalent this year in my my teams. BTJ will see a lot of Surtain, says Methodology. All right, yeah, that was kind of my my take on that as well. So we got Cook, Amon-Ra. Then what do we want to do? I guess we'll stick with the Michael Wilson. No. You know what we'll do? We'll do Etienne. Let's do Etienne Bowers, and then we'll end this team with like Goff Metcalf. I think will be the plan. So we'll see. There was no real ADP value. I mean, I could take Michael Wilson. I think that's fine, but I kind of do want to game stack this Detroit-Pittsburgh thing a little bit. Going to be a tough matchup for Etienne, but I don't want to shy away from it completely. The Bowers is pretty brutal. I could definitely see passing on Bowers, but I just got to believe. I just gotta believe. I mean, Trey McBride lit up. Trey McBride lit up the Texans. Surely, Kenny Pickett can do the same. Oh God, it's probably bad. Probably bad. Sladen says you can run on Denver and 4-finger on Tootin being hurt for sure. The only problem is they do seem to like LaQuint Allen, and I could see LaQuint Allen just like absorbing the Tootin stuff and Etienne's role not really expanding. They do. I mean, LaQuint Allen coming in was really excelled in pass pro. I think he's fine. I think he's also one of the better pass catchers, like coming out of college as well. So I don't know. I could see them utilizing LaQuint kind of annoyingly, but we'll see. I do really like Etienne this week, and I'm not drafting LaQuint Allen. Mathology says Sutton tied for 2 in week 15 utilization goes against the Jacks pass funnel. Yeah, definitely get some Sutton Nick stuff. I think that's pretty sharp there. I wouldn't mind doing that. We see Sutton going here in the 4th round. So this team, we got Amon-Ra, Cook, Etienne, Bowers. Let's see what the room is giving to us. Rashee Rice is still there. Waddle, Olave, Justin Jefferson. I mean, I could definitely see a world where I do some Justin Jefferson 9 stacks against the Giants. I think you could do worse than that. That might sound really stupid ultimately, but let's just do Metcalf, Goff. We'll just build a logical team stack here. So this team ends up being Goff, James Cook, Travis Etienne, Amon-Ra, DK Metcalf, and Brock Bowers. I think this team's fine. Thomas Awad asking when the next round of Best Ball Pods come out. It should be tomorrow. Yeah, Bethology says midday tomorrow. And Thomas says thanks. Haven't we seen them get pushed to Thursday before? Or am I thinking of... You know what? I'm thinking of eliminators. Eliminators would sometimes take till Thursday morning, like early in the year. We should have the pods tomorrow. Sladen likes the team. Awesome. Appreciate you, Sladen. Yeah, I like this team too. I think this came out pretty good. Just looking at the board. Only weird stuff. Unstacked Brissett seems a little bit like a choice there. Yeah, no one did anything too weird. Gadsden appears to be back in the fold. I see Gadsden getting drafted. What's his ADP? Yeah, 31.6. So Gadsden getting drafted every time. I don't know how I feel about that. That feels a little weird. Feels a little bit weird to me. I don't know. I think some of these other pieces might be just as good. You know, Brenton Strange coming in completely unowned. That could be kind of fun. I would have to look into the Gunnar Helm usage. I honestly have not checked the snap shares between him and Chig or the route percentages, but just off the top, what did he? Yeah, I guess he only had 4 receptions last week, but he did score. Could see a little more youth movement there if they swap to him. So I don't know. I think there's some opportunity to get a little different. Gadsden tied for T11 in week 15. All right, so there we go. I mean, because QJ was out, and I don't know if QJ's back, and I don't know why, but I feel like QJ and Gadsden kind of have been negatively like correlated. Like I feel like they haven't done well together. So I don't know if that was just because they were missing him last week. But yeah, definitely, you know, the market is taking him pretty much most drafts here. Helm 11th in usages. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's not awful for a guy who's going to be like less than 5% owned. Slate says, I snuck a Pittsburgh with Bichon and I snuck a Pitts Bowers with a Bichon Gibbs through in the Poodle, so I'll be freshly ready for the Ravens and Falcons to creatively ruin my fantasy dreams again. Yeah, when you're reliant on the Falcons and Raiders, what could go wrong? What could go wrong there? All right, let's shift gears and check out the Mitten. Oh my gosh, I'm in like what? I don't even know what sports. I'm in like fantasy curling. All right, where is it? It's gonna make me do it on my phone anyway. All right, I'm gonna try to sign up for the Mitten if I can find it. Dear God, they moved this to like Narnia. All right, waiting for 2 in a Mitten. If anyone wants to get in. Oh, and there it goes. There it goes. All right, we got Psychedelic Curs and Mathology here as the names I recognize. If you're in here, though, let me know. Happy to shout your team out. But again, appreciate all of you. Let me update the timestamp on this one. 46 minutes. Mitten 1. Sweet. But yeah, if anyone wants to hop in, or excuse me, if anyone wants to like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. Helps keep the lights on. Love doing these shows. Really would love to get to 400 subs. That would be fantastic. Appreciate all of you coming in and hanging out. And we're just going to keep doing this. We're going to do playoff best ball. We'll keep doing the dailies till the bitter end. Last year, I won the main BR in divisional round, which was the last full round of battle royales before it converts to like the, Palooza size 4-person draft. So going to try to defend our title there in the divisional round. We'll see. We will see. But yeah, we'll run those, and then it's going to be big board season before you know it. And we will be doing big boards. And so we will be here. We will be here. Josh Allen goes at the 101. All right, I'll take Puka. We will take Puka. See what we can see. All right, let's see. All right. My timestamps are in order. So CMC at the 3. I like CMC quite a bit in this format. Much easier to stack. You don't really fight over Niners too often. And if you do, I think you just capitulate pretty quickly. And also with the Niners, I mean, you can lock up. The ADPs are pretty nice. Kittle at 20, Purdy 38, Jennings 41. If you get CMC, you can get the 4-person stack. And if you want to tack on a 5th, it's not that hard. But I feel like you're normally kind of good with those 4. I would rather at that point start picking up pieces of my opposing teams or whatnot. So Adam Stafford goes, which is a little bit of a bummer because now we won't get Stafford with Puka. So what do we want to do? Let's see what Psychedelic Curse does. He has CMC. Yeah, so he takes Drake May, which is what I kind of thought might happen because I thought he might need an AFC piece. All right. Oh my gosh. What do you have? You have Allen. All right. I'm going to take Kyron. So we're going to lock up our 2 Rams here. And then in the ideal world, the plan is to take Nico Collins and play this through the Texans side of the universe. So this guy goes AJ Brown and hopefully just Jalen Hurts. All right, so kind of weird. Allen Hurts. Yeah, let's just grab Nico. And then we should be in decent shape to get Texan stuff when the board comes back to us. Because I feel like Stroud and Marks without Nico is kind of terrible. But you never know. In the ideal world, I would have taken Drake May, Travion like Psychedelic Curse did. I think I would have preferred that. And then just said Puka's my guy and then maybe tried to add a late Blake Corum. But as it is, we'll just take Puka Kyron. We'll see if we add any more Rams or not. Thomas asks, is Josh the definitive 1.1? I feel like if I take him at 1.1, I'll be underweight Puka. I don't know. I don't really know what changed from last game to this one that would make Allen the 1.1. I mean, I feel like the big benefit is he's going to play every game. He definitely can separate from everybody. Like, you don't have to worry about him getting the bye. My only problem with Allen is, and this is probably bad process, but I'll just tell you, I'm honest with you guys. I worry about Allen Cook teams. I feel like there's a fair amount of Allen Cook teams, and those feel so good. Those feel like really strong teams, and it's really hard to get that. I don't know. All right, I got Nico here. I think at this point, I'm just going to grab Marks. Yeah, I'll just take Marks. I was trying to think through everything where I'm going to mostly play this on the Houston side and then maybe have a couple like 2 and 3 team NFC stacks. And I was debating like trying to take like Devonta Goddard, but I think that's bad. Gibbs, Amon-Ra was also coming to mind. Obviously if Detroit doesn't make it, then we're done. But if they do, it's going to be really hard to get Gibbs, Amon-Ra teams this late. I think I can push Stroud at this point. It wouldn't really make any sense for someone to just take Stroud. I imagine this guy's going to take Goddard. It'd be kind of, to me, a little strange if they didn't. But Josh Allen on this team is just so out of place. All right, so let's grab... What do we want to do? Talk to me, Goose. All right, let's just grab Jahmyr Gibbs here. And this might just be a room that's out on the Lions. Because if we could get Gibbs, Amon-Ra, and then Stroud, we could have a Stroud, a Texans-Rams Super Bowl and a Texans-Lions Super Bowl. That feels kind of interesting. So we'll see. Sladen says, do you have a favorite disaster team this week? I had a Corgi score 61, but in sprint, I had a D-Lon puppy team, didn't hit 90. I had a BBM team that I don't think cracked 65. I don't know if I'd call it my favorite, but I did have that happen, which is pretty gross. Mathology took no chance of taking Corum at 18, I guess knowing that I was potentially going to fight him on that. Takes Brock Purdy here. So for me, slightly unexpected, but I guess if you're, Jennings looks like he's still there, so I assume he's about to take Jennings. We'll see. He takes Henry. Okay. I thought that was going to be a Jennings click, but alas, it was not. Amari and Hampton goes. Puka 1.1. I really like the 1.1 Rams team with 2 cheaper AFC stacks. I think can make a run. Yeah, I could have played this through a second AFC team. It just gotten harder and harder to do. Like, I like those teams when you could get the Texans and the Jags. Now you just don't have the picks catch up with you too fast to get both of those. So you then have to get like one of those Texans and Jags with like a Chargers or your NFC North team, or I keep doing that, AFC North team. So there goes Henry. I think I just take Amon-Ra here. So let's do that. And then I think we'll just take Stroud. I mean, I could take I could take J-Mo. I don't know. Later in draft season, can do Josh Allen 1.1. Yeah, it does seem like it's trending that way. Houston Jags plus Rams. Yep, absolutely. I guess you typed that before I said it, but that was the conclusion that I had come to come to as well on that. I'll just take CJ Stroud here. I don't want to miss that. I think that's fine to just grab him. I mean, again, maybe I could push him, but this Ant guy has no quarterback, so sometimes people just can get a little weird. DK prices, I don't know the under. You know what's funny? I have not done a single DraftKings playoff best ball. I just haven't really had the time. I've had less time this year than last to draft. So I've kind of just had to pick one site and tried to just stick with the Underdog stuff. Go Easy Cards, negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is is one QB optimal? That's a good question. That's a good question, Lou Dog. I typically build 2. I think that's one of those like opinions may vary kind of things. But I don't know. I feel like most people build through 2. Let's just take JMO. We'll keep doing this. So wait, once we take JMO, we'll have Gibbs, Amon-Ra. We'll have Gibbs, Amon-Ra, JMO, and do we want to take Goff? The other thing is I think you're typically in the ideal world, your 2 quarterbacks are in the same conference. And then you take position players in the other conference rather than showing up to the Super Bowl with both quarterbacks. But that said, what do we want to do here? Who? I don't think anyone's going to take Dalton Schultz, whereas I don't know. I'm just going to grab my quarterback. I'm going to take Goff, and then I think I'm going to take like Dalton Schultz or Higgins. I definitely see the argument for just taking position players to end this and going with Stroud. But I think this commitment to the Lions, I don't know. We got Goff, Gibbs, Amon-Ra, JMO. So we have 4 Lions. We have Stroud, Marks, Nico. We got 3 Texans. We got Kyren and Puka. So we got 2 Rams. I guess the question would be, do we take like a Tutu Atwell, or do we take one more piece of the Texans? And I think for me it would just be like a Dalton Schultz or a Jaden Higgins. And I think I'll go with Higgins. Or excuse me, I think I'll go with Schultz in this team. So Crutcher says, especially with people still taking Dallas, Baltimore, Detroit, Miami. Oh yeah, maybe that's a DK price. It says, I told myself I'll go 15. I'll go 150 that before I do the gauntlet. Yeah, I think that would be a better use of resources myself. And yeah, you did still people taking dead end teams. And I say this as I take Lions, right? Which definitely could be a dead end team. But I think they're kind of coin flipping. And again, it's, you know, this team might be dead, sure, but you won't be able to get the Giga Lions stack once they clinch and get them with Kyren and Puka. Like, that'll just be impossible. Now, maybe Kyren and Puka is a bad example because that's like a conference final situation. Like, you can't have a Super Bowl. Like, you might be able to build a Lions-Texans Super Bowl anyway. So maybe thinking this through, it would be better to do Lions stuff with like Patriots or Bills, because that will be impossible. So, you know, maybe not the best exemplar of taking Lions, but just kind of thinking it through. I do like this team. I think this team is fine. Let's see what Methodology did, and we'll do it in this view because I think it's we'll start with Psychedelic Curse. Drake May, Baker Mayfield, CMC, Travion, Bucky, so very strong QB and running back room. Kittle, Diggs, Henry, Jennings, Mike Evans. Yeah, Mike Evans picked 51. I mean, I like the team there, Psychedelic Curse. I like some of the Tampa stuff. They feel like a nice late stack you can get. Methodology. He goes Stafford and Purdy with Corum, Henry, and Ty Johnson. So, first of all, making his bet on the Ravens to make the team. Pretty much almost an anchor RB strat here. And then Devontae, Shakir, Pearsall, Coleman, and Colby Parkinson. So getting a few of the less popular pieces on some of these stacks, including Ricky Pearsall, Purdy, Pearsall not taken every time, not even taken every time in Niner stacks, but a little bit of leverage on the other Niner players. And then some of the less popular Buffalo stuff with Coleman, who, again, does seem like he might be coming on later in the year. All right, let's see. Chris said, I thought I was running hot, but 5 people got 10 plus into the semi BB. I mean, that you do see that 10 plus. That is incredible. That's incredible. Crutches, people sometimes taking Gibbs there in the second round. Oh, over on DK. So, I mean, people will be taking Gibbs in the second or even the first if they qualify. So I don't know. All right, let's see. That team will be strong if the Lions are in. Yeah. I again, and as Dax and Dart notes, risking a dead team for $5 better than maxing BBM and getting eliminated by Telon Pitts. Yeah, that's why I like the Mitten. You can do these. You can do these things, and it doesn't feel like you're risking a whole heck of a lot. Go easy cards. I'm betting on last round's Tampa Bay advanced pieces. Yeah, I mean, Godwin, Evans. That's not bad. All right, A and T99. First of all, GM to you. You were in the 4 hole. Let's see what you did. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out. Let's check it out. 1 QB team, a 1-3-6. So the disfavored Jordan Love. Everyone's scared. Micah Parsons is hurt. The sky is falling. But you know what? ANT says, I'm not scared. Jordan Love, James Cook, Josh Jacobs, Travis Etienne, super strong running back room. Kincaid, Watson, BTJ, Reed, Jacoby, and Josh Palmer. Yeah. 1 QB team betting on the Packers. Takes Jags and Buffalo on the other side. I see no problem here. I mean, obviously you need the Packers to go to the Super Bowl, but if they do, yeah, you could be dancing like the team. Crutch says some guy advancing 9 of 21. My God. 43% advance rate in a 1 of 12. I mean, I assume they were just like a Pitts guy or a T-Law or like one. They must have just had a huge stand on like, I'm guessing it's Trey McBride, because I feel like your overall advance rate would have sucked if you were like way overweight on Kyle Pitts. So that's my guess, is they were just like a Trey McBride truther. Thomas Awad says, yeah, Gibbs goes high on DK. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. And likes doing the 4-3-3. Yeah, the 4-3-3s feel pretty comfy. I don't know the optimal structure. I feel like people have a lot of different opinions on that. I'm sure like Sacrilegious could tell us, but I honestly don't remember. But yeah, 4-3-3 seems just fine. Psychedelic Curse, hey Chad, I was in the 3 hole, found it odd math took Purdy there with his build. I was surprised he took Purdy as well. But again, I mean, I thought he was going to take Jennings. So what surprised me more than taking Purdy was not taking Jennings with the next pick. So that was my my surprise there. But again, Brock Purdy, Brock Purdy could be a good advance rate guy. I'm not sure. Needed to cover the bye. There you go. You got your answer. Because yeah, you do have the Stafford bye risk. Need somebody, which is also why you can't just forever push your quarterbacks. Like, I don't think Mathology would have taken Stroud, but you never know. You do get that. Jake Binniger is advancing 1 of 1, 100% advance rate for Mr. Binniger. You love to see it. You love to see it. Chris says Lawrence and Etienne stacks are about to get the Denver defense. That's a lot of teams that are Jover. We'll see. I mean, Denver's defense is, we've seen them have some letdowns. But yeah, definitely not the circling the drain Jets again. Hopefully it's good for Bretton Strange though, because my 1 BBM team does have Bretton Strange. Psychedelic Curse agrees. Ricky is upticking and has the deep stuff for a spike week. Yeah. There you go. Again, and he's also not taken every draft. So that was pretty fun. Did you, we'll try to rip another one. I'm going to join it on my phone again because I'm apparently in developer mode. So we'll do one more Mitten here. And it's snap filled. So it it's like I wish you could see, but I'm also like kind of glad you can't, because then I think stuff might like never fill. But I do like drafting these with you all, so I was not trying to dodge you. It snap filled. All right, Mitten 2. Get the timestamps going. Again, we are an hour and 5 minutes. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. That would be fantastic. We are we're growing a little each day. We're at 360 subs. That's awesome. We added 3 subs today. I appreciate all of you so much. It is so fun to see the channel grow, to hang out with so many of you, and to get to do this. I'm truly very lucky, and I don't say that enough, but I appreciate y'all so much for doing this with me. And we're in the 2-hole, so maybe we'll even get a Josh Allen team. So there we go. There we go. Etienne can put up 20, 55, and 2 against any defense. The Najee Harris. They call that the Najee. Joel says, Chris Burkle, a shell of the Packers offense, put almost 30 against Denver. They can be had by good offenses. Yeah, I mean, again, we can also go all the way back to like the Jackson Dart Lions eruption against Denver and the Knicks comeback. Like, it's, defenses can have these letdown games. You never know. And it's such a small slate. Like, it's one game. Like, you can just have that weirdness happen. He's the AFC's answer to CMC is Etienne. All right, so we'll take Josh Allen. We won't overthink this one. I'll pull the board up. People can see the draft board. And hopefully everyone stays in their lane. I really would love an Allen Cook team. It's going to be tough. Jordan says Ricky Bullets aggravated the PCL again. Yeah, I didn't know the severity of the Pearsall thing. I must confess, I missed that. Not so narrowcast. First of all, good morning. Hope you're having a great one. Lost the single entry Greyhound by 0.12. Gosh. When you think about how little 0.12 is in like a given game, that is super killer. So that stinks. That stinks. By the way, for those of you on DraftKings, I just got paid out. So I think they are starting to advance stuff. I think their pre-draft contests all just advanced. So you people are starting to get their stimmies over at the other school. Chris says, if anyone wants to get action down on Etienne 20 plus half PPR points, I'm sure there are sports books taking that bet. Well, there we go. I know the dog app has over under fantasy points as some of their things. Again, it's not over under. I've learned that. I got in trouble on stream for saying over. It is more or less. All right, so we have Josh Allen. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? We don't get Saquon, which is what we were kind of hoping for. Oh, man. What do we want to do? I guess... Oh, gosh, I hate taking Khalil Shakir here. No, I'm not taking Khalil Shakir. All right, we'll take A.J. Brown. I do like Barkley more than taking the receivers. I feel like this doesn't feel great. We're gonna have to figure something out. Yeah, the problem with this is we're gonna be so light at running back, and we miss out on Saquon. So if this is our true Super Bowl, then we're in like Ty Johnson territory. I probably shouldn't have taken A.J. Brown, to be honest. I think that was bad. But I think we're kind of committed to the bit. I don't really like Hurts and Allen. That doesn't feel correct to me. That feels like more advanced ratey than actually good. Ugh. All right. We'll take Devonta Smith. We'll take Allen Devonta here, and we'll figure it out. But we're gonna need some miracles at running backs. Lou Dog says, "Thanks, Chad. You're welcome." Not sure what I did. Who Day SSS. Hey, good morning to you. Are you not worried about Ricky Pearsall's injuries? Always worried about Ricky Pearsall's injuries. I need to see. We haven't gotten injury reports for this week. The other thing is this is playoff best ball, so we're projecting things, 3+ weeks into the future, 3 weeks into the future. So sometimes I think you can get injury discounts on players. Obviously, if it's a serious injury, that's something to worry about. But I don't know. I don't know enough on the Pearsall stuff to know if he's like a total avoid. Psychedelic Kurds, back to work, Gio. Hey, Psychedelic Kurds, thanks so much for coming in and hanging out. Best of luck at the work. Mythology says Denver defense super aggressive, just needed to break a tackle for splash plays. There you go. I mean, you do see that sometimes. Those teams that generate a lot of interceptions can also generate a lot of splash plays as defenders sell out to try to like make a pick or whatnot. All right, man, Jalen Hurts does come back around. All right, Hurts does not come back around. Let's grab Kincaid, though. I think Kincaid makes sense. We will get something in the pass-catching department here. And then, man, running back is going to get bad. I didn't want to have completely naked Josh Allen. But if this guy leaves Gibbs, I mean, this could end up just being another Detroit bailout, because I don't think this team is going to be great otherwise. So let's just grab Gibbs here. I don't want to do this every time, but I'm in a position where I guess I could have done Bucky. Like maybe the play was a Tampa Bay bailout. But if Detroit makes the playoffs, who am I going to be happier to see? Like Tampa Bay or the Lions? I think it's the Lions stuff. So we'll grab Gibbs there. Hopefully we get him on Raw. There's a lot of picks between us. I don't feel quite as good about this room staying in their lane, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, I know. Najee Harris would have been a good pick this year. I know people were debating it, but I think it's undeniable. He would have scored a bunch of touchdowns. Advanced 4 Najee teams to Week 16. Ugh, brutal. Layden's in the same boat. Kerr's asking about Jacobs. I'm pretty low on the Packers, man. I don't know. I feel like they could very easily be one and done, but we'll see. That could be playing a little scared. Hartman says, I can claim Tootin only didn't work because he got injured. My Tootin team's already out. Yes. Yeah, we were directionally accurate. He just got hurt. Get Hurts for the bye week, clearly. Well, thankfully, I don't have to worry about the bye week with Josh Allen. In all likelihood, anyway. I tell you for us, GMG advanced only 1 BBM, but had no BBMs over the cut line. Otherwise, advanced exactly. Hey, 1 BBM. That's all we need. That's all we need. Yeah, Thomas, I'm with you. Second round Shakir feels awful. Feels awful. I do not like Khalil Shakir very much. And man, in the second round, that feels light. So Amon-Ra goes. So there goes the full Lions bailout. So what are we doing here? I mean, we could take J-Mo. I really need another running back. Yikes. This is going to get away from me. This is going to be gross. I think I have my wide receivers are pretty good. The problem is I really need a okay. I think this is probably bad. Do I just take Bucky here? I think we take Bucky as okay. We're taking Bucky. I need I think I'm gonna need one of Ty Johnson or Ray Davis, I guess. And then I'll have 3 Bills. I'll have Allen, Kincaid, and then running back du jour. And then the Super Bowl could conceivably be the Lions with Gibbs and J-Mo. It could be the Eagles with Devonta and Brown, or it could be the the Bucks with Bucky plus whichever receiver comes to me feels really thin, especially because there's going to be like full game stacks where people will have more than just AJ Brown and Devonta and more than just JMO and Gibbs. So this could be bad. I mean, do we just take Keon Coleman here? This is a little tough. It's a little tough. I've also fallen hopelessly behind in chat. I need to catch back up. All right. So let's just grab... did I miss Mike Evans? I missed Evans. Did I miss Godwin? I did not miss Godwin. I think Keon Coleman's more important. So let's grab Keon Coleman. And then I guess Chris Godwin. Yikes. This is going to be a 1 QB team with Josh Allen. We'll take Chris Godwin. So this team is Allen, Gibbs, Bucky, and then AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Dalton Kincaid, JMO, Keon Coleman, Chris Godwin, and then I think it's Ty Johnson on this team over Ray. Sweet baby Ray Davis. I guess. I think Ty Johnson is more likely to catch a pass from Allen and be what you need. Like if we're levering off of Cook, I think Ray Davis is more the like injury contingent upside. Ty Johnson is more of the like game script gets there. I don't think this team is very good, guys. I'm going to be honest with you, but the opinions may vary on this. I don't necessarily love having an AFC team and 3 different NFC teams. I feel like it's just trying to cover too many bases. But I think I kind of dithered. I don't know if I love this AJ Brown, Devonta stuff, but who knows? They could just be really fancy advance rate pieces and get us a a Super Bowl. All right. So it'll be Ty Johnson to end the team. Chris asking Artillery Frost, what was the cut line? 169 point something. It's on PD's Discord. I thought it was 155. I thought it was 150. No, 159. I think that's what it was. Lions on Etienne from Underdog, 62.5 rushing, 13.5 receiving, touchdown pays 1.36 on the higher. So definitely some fear in the matchup. I do not know who is single. I am, however, married. So I don't think you're talking about me. Greg says Brandon Cooks late. I did not get to Brandon Cooks. It's too late for me. Too late. He's getting good routes, as gross as that is. Oof, it's too gross. It's too gross for this channel. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to look into that one. I have to confess I did not spend much time looking up Brandon Cooks teams. I'll pull the end of the board. People want to see what happened in this room. Yeah, Packers minus Mike is a tough sell. I agree. I'm struggling with that. Artillery Frost says the Bucks do not feel good to draft. The problem is there's not a ton of teams that feel good, and by the your second team feels bad. Like if it's something like Bills Rams in a Super Bowl, you're not gonna be able to get all the good pieces of those games, and you're gonna need some of those bad teams at the end to help get you through some advance rate stuff. It's tough. This is absolutely a Rico Dowdle team. Yeah, why not throw some Panthers on this team? They'd fit right in. That being said, the Bucks probably do play well with the Lions since they can't play until the... I have not looked at the who plays who element of this yet. But you're right. This was a Ty Johnson-ass team. And he is the happily there. I guess you can't see him because my camera is in the way, but he is the proud 10th member. Hey, Al Boogie GM, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Got to shoot for the Ray Davis narrative. It was between those two. It was Al Boogie hoping everyone did well because I didn't. Yeah, well, it's tough, man. 1 of 13 is not forgiving. Surely we do better with 1 of 16. 159 was correct. Yeah, that's what I thought. The number around 170 is supposed to be 90% chance. Well, I had 178 and it didn't get through. I don't know who I talked to. Maybe Numi can push it through. Greg dropped a few good ones to stretch, but Coleman stinks. Coleman is not good. But he's out there now. He's out there. They like him. Lions are the 7 if they make it. Bucks are the 4. If they make it, 4 can't play the 7. Boom. That was the whole point of this. We had to set up an NFC title game between the Bucks and the Lions, who are 50-50 to even make the playoffs. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. What do y'all want to do? A BR or a Mitten? I'll do the first one that the chat suggests. And I'll hop into it. Sladen says Keon versus BTJ versus Worthy is a lot weirder and grosser after year 2. Yeah, Worthy was one of my bigger misses this year. Artillery Frost says BR. Okay, BR it is. Sladen will do a Mitten. All right, I'll do one BR and then I'll do a Mitten after, and then I'll probably hop. I don't think anyone starts at 10. All right, let me hop into this BR. I'll let you know when I'm in. Trying to find it. People like the Mitten, so we'll do a quick BR. Waiting for 5. So if anyone wants to get into a BR, now is your golden opportunity. Waiting for 3, and then we'll do a Mitten after that. Let me just make sure. Because yeah, ship chasing I don't think is today. Don't think they come on. They're like the first Tuesday of each month, so they're not on. I don't think Pete comes on today. Nope. And then I don't know when Davis is coming on yet. I think he was tentative whether he was even coming on today as of yesterday. So all right, so we've got clear air, so we can run a couple of these. We're at the 101. And do we want to make another A-chain team? We will find out. Let me get the timestamp going here. 121.50 BR3. All right. Swolecast at 11. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna have to hop probably before then because I haven't actually had any coffee today, so I'm just gonna fall asleep on stream if I don't. Sladen, all right, Sladen would do a Mitten, but I see you in here. At the 6, we got Goods at the 5. And I don't think I recognize the other names, but if you're in here, let me know. Jordan, we will do a Mitten. We will not do a big Mitten. I don't have one on my account. I'll do BR. Awesome. Early morning is for the chats. Absolutely, Jordan. Absolutely. Appreciate all of you. And let's make a Chad pick. Let's do Jameer Gibbs. Let's do a team that has some fight in them. Let's take the Lions. I like this game. You know, I think there's a world where Pittsburgh just tries to drag them to the mud and this game sucks. I don't want to live in that world because I need DK Metcalf. So I'm going to manifest it. But we'll take Jameer Gibbs. He bricked last week. But again, I just don't know what we're going to get out of this Dolphins team that is spiraling down the drain against the Bengals team, who are also spiraling down the drain. Those games can be really weird. Sometimes those games can be shootouts, and sometimes they can be two teams that just have no interest in being there. And I don't know what to expect, especially with the Bengals, because they really had playoff, even Super Bowl aspirations coming in the year. Big disappointment for them. And then you have a Dolphins team that literally just quit in the fourth quarter. So it's just tough for me to take pieces of that offense with the first pick. But I also don't want to have no H-Chan because, it's hard to read motivation sometimes. Jordan says the Lions won't lose 2 in a row and they will score. I mean, Lord knows they need to win. Pittsburgh needs to win too. Two highly motivated teams, but playing in a dome. I like that. Could be fun. So Sladen goes Chase Nico. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned before, I really like the Nico stuff. Goods goes McBride Allen. We started a team like that. I think that's certainly viable this week. I think there's a huge tier break between Cook and the next pick, so Cook does go. A little unfortunate there. Let's do let's do Pickens and Mike no, I don't know about Pickens. Let's do Mike Evans and what do we want to do on the other side of this? We want to do Pickens. We want to go back to the Michael Wilson well. Let's just keep going to Wilson here. Again, Marvin Harrison, super late ADP, expected to play again this year. Dear God. All right. Well, we can't always trust the underdog stuff, but 4 days ago, play this year sounds like he's not necessarily playing this week. So let's just grab Wilson back. They don't have any great reason to rush MHJ back. I mean, they're not really playing for anything. I don't know. He has a heel injury. We're not calling it gout like we did with Debo, but whatever it is has really enabled this Michael Wilson explosion, which is probably going to continue. The Michael Wilson people are all getting there. Kyler is expected to play this year too at some point. Yeah. Kyler and Tua, they should just form like a team on Xbox, and they can play Call of Duty together and not ruin our respective football teams anymore. I don't know if Tua actually likes video games, but like Kyler famously does. He's probably having the time of his life, just not having to worry about football. But if Tua wants to do the same at this point as a Dolphins fan, I say we just let him. I think he's earned his time off. All right, let's see. Man, running back does get a little squirrely, huh? Tyron Tracy I have a little bit of interest in that. He looked pretty good last week. If he's going to be completely overlooked, just looking at the deep scrolls, tough for me to get to much else. Breece Hall, but how many carries did he have? He only ended up with 12 carries last week. Isaiah Davis got the touchdown. Kind of weird. We could take Omari and Hampton. Omari and Hampton will be there. Don't love the split with Vidal, I gotta be honest. I feel like I'd almost rather go 3 receiver. Dowdle is clickable, I guess. If Woody Marks was healthy, I'd like that. RJ Harvey had a pretty solid week. All right, let's go back to the Rashee Rice well, and then let's play the flow chart, I guess. I mean, I'm talking about a team not caring, and then I'm going to take Darren Waller, who's like the epitome of guys that don't care. I don't know, a little weird, but we'll take Darren Waller. We'll do a Darren Waller team, and then we have options. We could do Baker, we could do Brissett, we could do Minshew. I don't know. We could have just taken. We could have also just taken Gadsden there. That would open up Herbert. A few options. I don't know if that was the best one, but we'll try some weird stuff here. Etienne was for the content. Sorry, Slade. I missed that. I missed that. GM Chad, have you done Christmas shopping? No. I need to get my wife something. I was gonna say yes, because I sent like the relatives who get stuff. But yeah, I need to get my wife something. Open to suggestions. Nathology, surprised to see Balt favored over New England on Sunday night. If Balt wins and beats Pittsburgh week 18, they're getting into the postseason. I don't understand why Baltimore would be favored over New England. That feels like a wrong team favored to me. I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't seem right to me. Yeah, go AZ Cards if your Hawk pairs well with Tua. The famous Hawk Tua team lived on at the Dog Bowl this year. We'll see about next year. Hawkinson, another guy that I took way too much of in the in BBM, and was not good. Was not good. And we can't just blame Nime. He just looked like he was just like lumbering about. All right, so every QB has been taken. So we'll get whoever we want. Brissett is gone. That's who we would have wanted. Baker has not looked great, to be perfectly frank, but I think he does make the most sense on this team paired with Mike Evans. So let's grab that. DK Metcalf is going to go undrafted, as is Ted McMillan. If Ted McMillan's going to go undrafted, I'm going to end up with a lot of late Ted McMillan clicks, I think. Other guys, yeah, Myers. We kind of went through these before. Yeah, it gets pretty thin. Godwin maybe, but let's just grab Baker. So this is Baker, Gibbs, Mike Evans, Michael Wilson, Rashee Rice, and Darren Waller. Tight ends who went undrafted. Travis Kelce. We've seen him go undrafted in quite a few. Schultz, Kincaid, Fergie, Juwan Johnson, Theo Johnson. Some clickable names down here kind of in the depths. Brenton Strange. I think he's, again, I kind of like him as a deep sleeper this week. All right. Mitten time. It's going to tell me I'm in developer mode, so I'll join again on my phone. But appreciate all of you so much. Let's see. All right, we are in waiting for 3. Waiting for 3 if anyone wants to hop in. We're waiting for 2. Beast Burf, I'm thinking of getting my wife a skylight count. I don't know what that is, but I'll have to look into that. A skylight calendar. Give her some equity in your Mitten. That's like literally like the lump of coal status, Hartman. That is not great. Yeah, Sladen agrees. I don't think the Mitten equity. The only thing worse than the Mitten equity would be my BBM equity. Go DK Metcalf. That's what we'll say there. We got the 1 hole though, so something is going our way here. I guess we'll try another Puka team, see how it goes. Maybe we'll get a little more puck luck. So we got JT Binniger, we got Mr. Worth, we got Sladen, we got Go AZ Cards, and the only non-friend or family is in here at the 6. So best of luck, everyone. Let's see if we can't have a good draft. 6 seconds we start. I'll just take Puka here, I think. And we're off. All right. Let me update the timestamp. 1:32. 30. Mitten. 3. Sweet. All right. All right. We see Josh Allen 2, JSN at the 3. One nice thing about JSN is, I will say, is no one fights you over Seahawks. So it's like it's the one truly clean stack in the first round where you just like don't have to worry. That said, you end up with Seahawks, so we'll see. Joel says Mint equity is like giving scratch-off tickets for Christmas. I would love scratch-off tickets for Christmas. That's all I've ever wanted. Just give me scratch-off tickets. I'm a simple man. Thomas Awad, if it's cold near you, get an Aurora heated vest. I don't know what that is. Aurora heated vest. Is that a dog vest? The first result was Aurora padded dog vest. Okay, now I see it's for humans too. I was about to say, man, I'm asking for a gift for my wife and you're sending dog vest. That's messed up. But no, apparently these are for humans, but Chewy.com has paid Google for sponsored search results. That was almost a very good bit. There. Fantasy Football Garage, GM to you. I hope you're having a great day. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Sladen correctly identifies this as a soft room. Yeah, the good news is you get the Seahawks. The bad news is you get the Seahawks. But it's true. It is one thing. You don't have to fight for the stacks. Sorry, my knee is getting in the camera here. All right. That's what happens when you sit for an hour and 34 minutes. All right. So you CMC Drake May. I like that start. That's kind of nice there. Laying a little bit of claim on the New England side of things. Let's see what Mr. Vinegar does with his Josh Allen team. What does he do? What does he do? Winds the clock. He takes RJ Harvey. Well, Mr. Vinegar, I was hoping you would not take Kyron from me. So I do get the elusive Kyron Puka Stafford start, which is nice. So I was finally able to get this. So I'm glad I was. So I don't love taking Kyron if I'm the Allen drafter, because that's really all you get. Like Devontae's here, Puka's here. I don't think it's good, and you don't really necessarily need Stafford and Allen. So I think it was correct to not take him, but the ADP value sometimes does lure people in. So we will see. Thomas Awad, yeah, it's a rechargeable heated vest for humans. I didn't know they made it for dogs. Yeah. I mean, I had never heard of the darn thing, but yeah, it's literally like the sponsored result that came up first was for Chewy.com. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Rechargeable heated vest. Merch cards. So we have an Adams update. Might be no, we're not getting, like you said, 2.1. We are not getting an injury discount on Devontae Adams. I would be willing to buy the dip, but we're not getting a dip. There's no dip. There's absolutely no dip. So crazy stuff. Everyone is staying in their lane. The 6 hole is getting the Barkley, AJ Brown, Hurts start. They probably wish they hadn't have taken Devontae. That feels like a weird part of this team now. Like, I'm sure they would feel better if they had like Travion or something, or even Harvey. But you don't really know you're going to get AJ Brown, Hurts. That sometimes happens over on this side of the board. But it is pretty nice when you can lock up the Eagles mega stack. I do like that. I do like that quite a bit. So let's see what Mr. Vinegar does. He takes Kincaid, which of course does make sense. Shoot. All right. I think, gosh, the AFC side is so rough. I think we'll take Hampton, and we'll take. I'm just gonna grab Corum. Kyron Corum's a little wonky, but I don't actually hate it. They could ping pong in the right script. They could even potentially both get there, and like, when we get to conference championship time. My problem is now I have 4 Rams, so I that's 4 players potentially on bye. My only starter is Omari and Hampton, so we could be just in purely like survive in advance, take advance rate pieces mode here. You could argue the Corum pick was bad, and I should have taken, again, somebody with a little more advance rate equity. But man, being able to get four Rams like that does seem kind of nice. Chris says 5 weeks for Adams to get healthy, so no discount, but he's old and injured. I mean, second hamstring injuries, man. That was a re-injury. That was pretty bad. ANT says Adams was dropping some yesterday, but since afternoon update of week to week, not really dropping. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything other than week to week for a second hamstring injury for them to call it that. Like, it's not going to be like, you very rarely have like season-ending hamstring injuries, but man, you could have multi-week. Mythology, playing the Raven is a nice backdoor for us. Yeah, I was looking at that. I was looking at potentially taking the Ravens as my sort of bailout here, because I don't necessarily love the Ravens stuff. I actually don't think they're going to make the playoffs. If you made me pick, I think they're going to be out. But I don't think I really have a great choice. I'd rather play it through the AFC side. I will take Ladd. Like, I don't think taking Ladd and then like a bunch of Buccaneers makes sense. So let's grab Lad here. And then again, we'll take another advance rate guy. We'll take Derrick Henry. We'll follow the methodology plan. We'll take Derrick Henry. So we got Stafford, Kyren, Omari and Hampton, Blake Corum, Derrick Henry, Puka Nacua, Lad, McConkey. So we are going to need another quarterback to cover the bye. Or at least we have 2 outs in Lamar and Herbert. Slayton says, who's less likely to die in the field the next 3 weeks? Christian Watson or Reed? Man, I wish the answer was just draft Matthew Golden. Matthew Golden was not a thing. It's not a thing. Slayton, who's less like? Oh, I pulled that up. Chris says yesterday's lie of week to week. Yeah, I don't know, man. The Adams stuff is scary. Yeah, Crutches, DK payouts hitting. Here's my DK gauntlet money. There you go. Yeah, the pre-draft stuff paid. Let's see if the other stuff came through. Yep, it looks like they have fully paid out their best ball. So we are so back. We are so back over on DraftKings. Yeah, could have been a good year. Could have been a good year there. 50 teams in the playoffs, 2 advancing now. My God, and none in their millionaire maker. It's like their pre-draft, their version of the big board. It's a tough scene. It is truly a tough scene. All right, so if this team is going to work, I think if I'm going to take an advance rate guy, I would rather it be Lamar than Herbert. And then I assume Flowers is available, so we could just queue Flowers up. So Lamar Flowers is the plan. If Lamar and or Flowers goes, then the plan will revert to Herbert and whomever, whatever receiver you want to lie to yourself about. That's good. I really do not like Zay Flowers, but I think he does make sense here with a Lamar bailout. So we've got Stafford, Lamar, Kyren, Hampton, Corum, Derrick Henry, Puka, Lad, and Flowers. I mean, honestly, looking at this, if Baltimore makes the playoffs, this team doesn't feel dead. Lad and like week 1, what do we have? We'll have Lamar, Hampton, Henry, Lad, and Flowers. That's not bad. I don't think that's actually that bad. So, maybe we pulled this out of the fire just a touch. I think I do want a Raven or a Charger to end this. I could theoretically take another just random AFC advanced piece because I do have 4 Rams. So I could again make a Super Bowl with Jaden Higgins or Dalton Schultz or something. I don't think that's great. I think I'd rather just continue to build out the stack. Is it Isaiah Likely? Like, we could take Mark Andrews. They did just pay him a ton of money. We've seen him do stuff. I don't know why Isaiah Likely feels like kind of more fun than Andrews. But we'll see. And, if QJ's back, QJ's always kind of live. Let's do Isaiah I don't know. I just got a feeling. Huge letdown last week in the flowchart spot. I think he scored 0 points, but we'll go with that. So we got Matt Stafford, Lamar Jackson, Kyren Williams, Omari and Hampton, Blake Corum, Derrick Henry, and then Puka, Lad, Flowers, and Likely. So this was a true friends and family room. Let me catch up with chat. We'll go over everyone's room. Have to wait until Thursday night to see pod ownership. Yeah, it's weird on DK. They show you who you're playing, but not the actual pods. I don't know why. Mon Ra at 45. Yeah, I mean, now is the time to be taking Lion stacks. You're either out $5 or you're gonna have a team you will not be able to build in 5 days, 6 days from now. I think it's worth the risk on teams where it makes sense. Jill says Rams are live to play week 1 Thursday night game in Seattle with no Devontae's, no Gimme. Yeah, that's true too. We could, and in that case, man, this team feels very, very live to advance. Very live to advance. So go Seahawks. Mythology, Baltimore just needs Detroit to beat Pittsburgh and win one of the next 2 games and beat Pittsburgh week 18. And they are in. Okay. But they need Pitt to lose to Detroit. Or I guess Pittsburgh lose to Detroit and then lose week 17. And then I assume that would work too. Chris says, I hope you're right about likely having... I don't know if I actually think likely he's going to have a big game, but I think the combination of ownership and spike week potential, I like him for playoff best ball. But I could have easily taken Andrews there too. Well, I won't. I'll get to your team in a sec, Sladen. Mythology, Detroit over Pittsburgh seems 90%, 70% likelihood to me. How about you? I don't know what the line is. All right, but Pittsburgh plays Cleveland week 17. They will win that game. Yeah. I mean, we've seen weird stuff in NFC North games, but I would like to think that as well. All right, Mr. Binniger, what'd you do? Josh Allen, Bo Nix, RJ Harvey, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bucky Irving, Kincaid, Franklin, Coleman, JMO, Mike Evans. So yeah, nice bunch of Lions there. No, I'm on Raw, but you are able to get the Knicks. I really like to have Sutton on my Knicks stuff, but I get it. Yeah, that's my only quip, but it's tough. It's tough to build. It's tough to do Bills and Broncos stuff now because the Broncos have gotten so expensive. All right, Mr. J Dubs, what'd you do? Darnold, T-Law, Travion, Etienne, Ken Walker, JSN, BTJ, Jacoby, and then Booty and Rashid Shaheed. So 2 pieces of the Patriots. I guess we're playing this through Seattle making the Super Bowl. So we got Seattle, Jacksonville, Seattle, New England. Yeah. Team makes sense for those outcomes. Sladen, Jordan Love, and CJ Stroud, James Cook, Josh Jacobs, Woody Marks, and then Nico, Watson, Reed, Amon-Ra, and Gibbs. So Amon-Ra, just a pure advance rate guy. You've got 5 Packers, so you have the theoretical, I don't care who the Packers play, Super Bowl, but I'd prefer them to play the Texans kind of build. James Cook is a one-off. I mean, sometimes it happens with Buffalo. And my God, their ancillary pieces really kind of suck. There could be a world where even if Buffalo makes it far, like only Allen and Cook are hitting lineups, like even into the Super Bowl, frankly. I mean, some of those the ball can get spread around so much that it really doesn't feel great picking the darts of there. So yeah, like the team there. Go AZ Cards. What'd you do? A 2-2-6 team. Drake May, Brock Purdy, and then CMC Ramondre. So pretty much anchor RB with CMC, but you never know with Ramondre. Diggs, Sutton, Kittle, Jennings, Pearsall, and Mims. So I see what happened here. We had someone fighting over the Broncos pieces as a bring back to the Purdy stuff. You've got 3 Patriots. They are pretty good, pretty deep wide receiver room. You've got all the parts of the Niners. You have a Niners. I don't care who they play Super Bowl with: Purdy, CMC, Kittle, Jennings, and Pearsall. Yeah, like the team. All right, let's see. Not so narrow cast. Ended up with 5 through on DK Millie. Makes up for a bit on Underdog being 50%. Yeah, good luck. Best of luck there. That is a great advance rate over on DraftKings. Mythology, Detroit -7 against Pittsburgh. Goff in the Dome, best week to grab Baltimore. Yeah. Again, maybe, like we're talking about grabbing Denver, Detroit pieces. We should be doing the same with Baltimore. Again, that's why you're drafting these mittens now. It's not to draft the same exact team you can snag 3 weeks from now. It's to try to get some of these early combos you won't be able to get. Lamar a one-off buy cover seems like a no-brainer then. Yeah, if you think they're going to make it, I don't mind that at all. What a weird game of stubborn 4D chess that Arthur Smith and Dan Campbell are about to play. I just hope they decide to play a fun game for all of us. All right, let's see. Let's see something. I hate to check because it's frequently not what we hope. But how many likes are we at? How many likes are we at? We are at 24. I was really hoping we get to 30. But if we can get to 20, let's say 26, we'll do another VR and then we'll get on out of here. And as you guys know, I'm just going to do another VR. But please like the stream. Please like the stream. It helps. It helps keep the lights on. Again, we're on the road to 400. I will run one more and then I'm going to get out of here. We're almost 2 hours into this. And I almost feel like my voice is going. And I don't want to lose my voice because we're going to be streaming all week. So let me hop into another VR. And then we'll get on out of here. So apologies if you're trying to join now. You might be in the underflow. We just got in. We're waiting for 4. So hopefully you got in that one. All right, let's see. This is not right. What did I join? Unable to find slate. These are fun new errors. Okay, waiting for 1. Waiting for 1. What are your thoughts on the Jets releasing Lazard? I almost forgot that Lazard was still there. But yeah, you got to think you got to think that was the first call that Aaron Rodgers made. If we could get MVS and Lazard back, my God, we could really be onto something. But Buck, appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Hope your advance rates went all right last night, but appreciate you coming by. Mythology says New York defense without Milton Williams is very average. There we go. We've got the let me see. Who are they playing? Oh, they're playing the Ravens. Okay, they're the Sunday night game against the Ravens. That's right. So, yeah. I guess that's why we were talking before about why the Ravens would be favored, but the game's also in Baltimore. Baltimore hasn't been quite what they were normally are. They normally have a big home field advantage. We haven't really seen that as much this year. At least it doesn't feel like it. But yeah, hopefully it's a good game. Sunday night game. We got to cleanse the palate on these primetime games after that Dolphins performance last night. Although we've got the 2 Saturday games, we got the Thursday game. It's going to be quite a weekend. It is going to be quite a weekend. You all draft a BR. I need coffee. Go Easy Cards. It is well earned by you. Go get that coffee. Buck has 20 teams left, 3 in BBM. That is not bad at all. I have 21 teams left and 1 in BBM. So we are now, we're about to make the Chow Chow our personality. Although I think that team has Devontae, so it's probably in a certain amount of trouble. But we'll see. Whatever team we get through. Maybe the Badge Bros brawl. I did like that team. We got 3 teams left. It's a very forgiving structure. If you max it, your expectation is 1 finals team exactly. So, we got 3 teams. Hopefully we can make the finals. We made one last year. I think that was our... I ended up with a top 10, top 20 in it. So that was like one of our better finishes. So hopefully we can repeat that. But again, that was the one we went 89% Scatabo in. So I was actually surprised to have much surviving. We got A-Chain, Gibbs. We got Slated in the room. We got J-Dubs in the room. Do we want Jamar Chase against these Dolphins? Jamar Chase seemed like he really cared last game. So we'll go with Jamar Chase. Dolphins don't care anymore. The Chow Chow is the flagship contest, and that's what we're gonna say, unless unless we make a run in the Little Dalmatian 2 or something, in which case that is going to supersede the Chow Chow. But for right now, it's all eyes are on the Chow Chow, is what they're saying. So we got Jamar Chase. You want CeeDee Lamb or Nico? I've been blabbering on about Nico in all of these, so let's grab Nico here. So we got Chase, Nico. Kind of nice. Opens up Burrow. Opens up Sprout. We don't really have to worry too much about anyone fighting us for those guys. We'll see. Yeah, fantasy football, you've got it right. You got to make the Pomeranian 3 your personality. If that's your team, man, you know, that's what the people want. Get ready to update your Twitter bio. Fantasy Football Garage, I've got 5 teams in the Little Dalmatian. There you go. It's all about the Little Dalmatian. Go easy cards. Doesn't matter how many teams I have left, or week 16 is an equalizer and brutal. Yeah, last year I think I had 8 finals teams. This year I'm just like, just give me one. Just give me one. I don't want to have nothing to sweat. There's nothing worse than the active tab being empty. My God. Yeah, you can have the Palm 3. That is very generous of you, Hartman. Rookies and sophomores, your best sweat. 14 teams left. Hey, that's awesome. I was out of the jurisdiction. I was in a non-underdog state. Like, I was there the day the contest opened, so I think I got 9 in, and I couldn't do any more, and it filled. I don't think any of my rookies and sophomores survived, but that's a fun contest. I don't think I want Jamar Chase and Chase Brown, so let's just grab Javonte here. We'll take Javonte and see what the room hands to us beyond that. Honestly, Kyle Pitts against Arizona feels like a pretty decent matchup. Is it a little chasey to take the guy that just scored 40 points? Maybe. We might leave that for the others. But I don't know. All right, we don't get the choice. We don't get the choice there. Do we want like Omari and Hampton opposite Javonte? Do we want Travis Etienne against Denver? I'll buy the Etienne stuff. I'll buy this. I think this is fine. All right, so we got Jamar Chase, Nico, Javonte, and Etienne. Alex asking, GM, who are your BBM hopes resting on? So I have, it's a T-Law and Aaron Rodgers are my 2 healthy quarterbacks. So T-Law super highly represented, Aaron Rodgers less so. I've got, I think it's really Metcalf is kind of the wonky player I've got there, like the guy who I don't think is going to be super owned. Debo's on that team. We need Debo to come to life. AJ Brown's on the team. And then I got like Rashid Shaheed, Darius Slayton. So 2 just pure spike week guys. Like you literally draft these guys because you're sitting there and it's hot and it's like July 3rd and you're like, I could just see Darius Slayton breaking the slate in week 16. And here we are. We got Shaheed and Slayton. So one of those 2. Be good. Be the one. Be the one. Yeah. Fantasy Football Garage. Yeah, run hot, Hartman. Run hot. Not so narrow cast. I feel like the next round, rookie and sophomore, will be 90% dupe players. Yeah, I could see that field condensing quick because it's a small pool. And you had some like bad injuries. Like Scatabo was a big one. Malik Neighbors, another big one. So I think there's like a lot of dead teams kind of converging. All right. All right, Methodology, you gave a nice stat about the usage for Gadsden. So let's go back to that well. We'll what is this? I'm gonna take Herbert here. I know everyone here has a tight end, but J-Dubs could conceivably take Herbert. I don't know why he would, but it's also the top QB on the board. So we'll do that, and then we'll end the team with Gadsden. And if Gadsden goes, then we'll take Harold Fannin. But all right, this team ends up being Justin Herbert, Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, and Oronde Gadsden. So we get the QB tight end pairing. Let's see. Let me catch up with chat. Chris says, rookies and sophomores, the game I pass. Seems like only ball knowers like Hartman can succeed. I don't know about that, but yeah, Hartman's certainly doing good. Go easy cards. I have a Penix Fields love team advance. I guess Pitts McBride helps a tiny bit. Yeah. Oh, if they were on the team, then yes, then they helped quite a bit. Hartman says, Chris, the trick is to take 50% May. Boom. Boom. And no Jaden Daniels. Another big one in that contest that went down. Yeah, Hartman says, Fantasy Football Garage. Good luck. Darren Waller plays Cincy. Check the flow chart, people. Check the flow chart. I took him last draft. I am sympathetic. Alex says, good luck. Hey, Alex, appreciate you. Good luck in your sweats as well. Absolute best of luck. Joazy Card says, 2 Scatavo teams advancing. Long live Scatavo. Let's go. We ride forth for Scatavo. Chris says, I have a Waller team going in BBM. Thanks, Slate. Yeah, well, I have a Waller team in the Little Dalmatian too. It wasn't advancing until late last night. So, you know, we traded our BBM team last night for a Little Dalmatian too. SoundCloud rappers are inevitable. All depends on QJ is out. If QJ is in, it's a bad click. Yep, I agree. That was kind of my understanding too. Was thinking about JD today. Where do we think he's going in summer of 26? Was thinking 8th round. Kind of like back where he was as a rookie almost, right? Like I think he was like round 9 last year. That feels right, but if he does, I'll probably end up with a lot of him. I don't know, just had a weird run out. Because they were missing McLaurin, and kind of that whole offense kind of needs that to work. Jaden Daniels, I believe. Go Easy Cards. They lost a few teams in the final 4 minutes of the game. Yeah, it was a nightmare. Yeah, Jaden Daniels. All right, let's see. Sladen 37. He goes Gibbs, JMO. Ends with Goff. So spoilers, he does build the stack. Mike Evans, Omarion Hampton, Darren Waller. Makes sense. Big Goff stack there. And J-Dubs goes Cook, McBride, Chase Brown, Drake London, Joe Burrow, and T. Higgins. So he goes a double as well. Chase Brown, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow. But everyone, this was a ton of fun. I got to do a little longer Swolecast at 11. I will be tuning into that. But appreciate y'all so much. If you can, on your way out, drop a like, drop a sub. All these things help so much. But otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll get a little more into the slate. We can start previewing the Thursday and Saturday games as well. But again, as always, it's a ton of fun. I will see y'all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Appreciate y'all so much.